Okay. So as I was saying, good evening, everyone. Let's know where you're calling from or where you are actually screaming from. Today's section is all about the MEXT scholarship opportunity, and we already have our speaker who is ready to give to us some knowledge that she has acquired in making herself a two-time recipient of the MEXT scholarship. And but before I dive into this section and introduce our amiable speaker, I would like to firstly try to introduce myself as the host. My name is Ansi Patrick, and I am the founder and president of the Beyond Borders. And the Beyond Borders, if you are just joining for the first time, and if you are here before, it's an initiative to bridge the knowledge gap between Nigeria researcher, students, professional, and world-class institution, right? And universities like Tokyo, Harvard, and many others. Now, this forum or this section has some focuses, and one of the focus that we have is that we we try as much as possible to guide participants in scholarship opportunities and fellowship across the globe. And we are into the research collaborations, capacity building and training, career development, and leadership development as well. I've said this to say that because in our subsequent sections, there might be a section that you might not have so much interest in. Take, for example, in our next section, we'll be having the Vice Chancellor of a university in Nigeria coming to speak on career development and leadership opportunity. And if you are so much interested in growing in your career in terms of your academic career, you want to become a professor, you want one day you want to become a vice chancellor of your university, you want to get inspired. So that section is actually for you. So there are some other sections that will be having prominent speakers that's going to be talking to us about maybe robotics. I also have like leadership trainings in terms of let's say eQuest or how to use a Microsoft Word or how to use a PowerPoint and all of those, right? And I think with that, we would be able to, so we are just trying to streamline all of this. So if you know that a section is not of your own interest, so please do well by not probably joining that section. And if you know you just want to join for the knowledge sake, you can as well join. So thank you so much. And for today's speaker, one of the things I would like to say about today's speaker is that she is someone of excellence. I think I wrote some things down for her biography, but I'm not the kind of person that like to flatter. But I know that one thing I'm so sure of is that she's someone that I really enjoy listening to, and I see the shoes for it. Right, she's full of knowledge. She's an educative person. She's also passionate about creating impact in lives of people. I think in the last MEXT scholarship opportunity that came in, I was talking to her and she was like, oh, she's trying to get people from a country to win the MEXT scholarship. I know every one of us have questions to ask her in respect to the MEXT scholarship opportunity that is here in Japan. Please do well to ask her all questions that is required of you. Please, silence is not wisdom here, please, right? Make sure you use the chat box. Make sure you signify by raising your hands and ask questions. And I'm sure she's going to give all answers to your questions. Right. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker for today's section in the person of Botmelo Mokoka. I try as much as possible to practice the pronunciation of her name, but I don't know. Butmelo Mukoka is an accomplished scholar and a proud two-time recipient of the prestigious MEXT scholarship from Botswana. She is passionate about education, global collaboration, and empowering African students to pursue opportunities beyond their borders. Our journey is a powerful story of dedication, resilience, and excellence. But Melo completed her undergraduate studies with first class honors. So it's a privilege for we to have someone like that here, proving herself a first class material in every sense of the word. She then went on to secure not just one, but two MEXT scholarship, an incredible feat that speaks volumes about her commitment to academic excellence and her ability to strategically navigate international scholarship opportunities. Today, she will be sharing with us her experience, insights, and practical advice on how to win the MEXT scholarship, from understanding the timelines, preparing strong application, to making the most of the opportunity once you arrive in Japan. So please, with a round of applause reaction, I would like everyone to give a warm welcome to our guest speaker, an aspiring young African leader and a beacon of excellence, Betmelo Makoka. Thank you so much. Ms. Betmelo Makoka, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you so much, Beyond Borders team. This is a privilege and an honor for me to be here with you today. I'd also like to thank the audience who's listening from any part of the world. And I am actually very much happy to be here. So, Patrick, first of all, you did say my name correctly at the beginning, but towards the end, you kind of forgot my surname, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
I'll
apologies.
repeat, I'll say it again. So, my name is Buitumelo Mokoka. I come from Botswana and I'm a PhD student here in Tokyo, Japan. I am a two-time recipient of the MEXT scholarship, of which that's the main topic of today. I won't talk mostly about like my research, but I'll just talk about my MEXT scholarship application and recipient experience. So the title of my presentation is Navigating the MEXT scholarship and my journey and insights. So, in the contents, I'll just have a brief personal introduction and I'll also talk about the scholarship, application process, cultural adaptation, academic and professional experience briefly, as well as current work and future plans. If you have questions, please note them so that I can answer them at the end of my presentation. Okay, so who is Bitumelo Mokoka? I am a two-time recipient of the MEXT scholarship. Like I said, it's very important to note this because it's not easy to get the scholarship, but it actually is easier to get it again if you are continuing on the scholarship. So the first time I got the scholarship was 2019 for my master's degree. And then I extended the scholarship so that I can do my PhD in 2022. And so that means that I've been in Japan for 6 years, specifically in Tokyo at Waseda University. So my background is Bachelor of Business Administration in International Business from the University of Botswana. That was a four-year degree. And then I did my Master of Arts in International Finance at Waseda University, of which I continued to my PhD in the same field, International Finance, at Waseda University. And my research focus is on exploring the dynamics of foreign direct investment, productivity, and sustainable development in Africa. Now let's get into the meat and bones of this presentation, the reason why you're here. So the overview of the MEXT scholarship. What is the MEXT scholarship? It is a scholarship by the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in Japan, and it specifically supports international students who want to study in Japan, not Japanese students, international students. So it covers undergrad, master's, PhD, and specialized training programs, such as teaching programs. And the benefits of the scholarship is full tuition coverage, whether you are in Tokyo or any part of Japan, they do cover full tuition for your studies. They also cover monthly living allowance. It is standard across the country. They also cover a round trip airfare to Japan. So both you coming from your country to Japan and after graduation from Japan back to your country, the scholarship covers that. But if you are going to travel in between, they don't cover that. You have to cover that by yourself. So the opportunities also, there are opportunities for researchers, networking opportunities, and cultural exchange, because like I said, it's a very prestigious scholarship that is attracted to every student across the world. So there's a lot of cultural exchange that happens. There's a MEXT Students Association that specifically targets networking, and cultural exchange. So the eligibility and selection is the most important part of the scholarship. So it's open to students worldwide through embassies or universities. In my case, it was through the Embassy of Japan in Botswana, and it has a very competitive selection process. So academic excellence is very much important and is prioritized when you are considered for selection. And your research proposal and interview performance is also very, very, very important. Now, the purpose of the scholarship is to strengthen global academic and cultural exchange between international students and Japan. And it also develops future leaders with strong ties to Japan. Now, the application process, which is the most important part. The first step is information gathering. There are different ways in which this scholarship is being presented in your country. So it can be through the local newspaper, an embassy official website, or the official Facebook page of that embassy, or in-person orientation. So in my case, I found out about the scholarship from a local newspaper, of which they mentioned in the newspaper that there will be an in-person orientation in the city. So I went to the orientation, as you can see in the picture on the right here. There's a presentation by a former MEXT scholarship recipient. He was talking basically about his experience. Whatever I'm doing right now, he was doing it too, but it was more in person. Another way to know about the scholarship is the embassy official website. This is the most important way to get information about the scholarship. So you can first of all Google about the MEXT scholarship in your country on the embassy website. So for example, if it's from Botswana, you say the Embassy of Japan in Botswana website, and then you can see different tabs. You will see one of the MEXT scholarship because it's always there, and they're always refreshing information about that. It will always be out. So as you can see here, I wrote April to August. April is very important because that is when the information comes out. Now, the second step is document screening. So after getting the information from the website or orientation, in the website, there is a list of documents that you must download. The reason why you must download the documents from the website is because there's a standard of how it should look like when you present it, right? Japanese people are very particular to details. So if they give you a standard of how the application should look like, whether it's a document for recommendation, whether it's a medical checkup kind of document, it has to look exactly as they put on the website. So you must download every single document on the website. The most important document is the application guideline. In the application guideline, they detail further what you must submit, and they also have a checklist so that you make sure you have every single document for submission. It's very, very, very important. Now, the submission can be physical, in person, or via post mail, but I don't know if you are in a different country applying for the scholarship in your country. I'm not sure if you have to be there in person or you can do it online. So it's very important to contact the embassy of Japan in your country so that you can just be sure if you can submit it in person or you can just do it online. That's very important. So after this second step, there is the written interview. So once your documents have been